What's going on, y'all? It's FX Jared A back at it for the weekly checkup on how the account is doing. It's another mediocre week, I'm gonna be honest with you, but we're starting to try to get in the transition of actually having those normal winner trades. Now, mind you, if you check out with the previous weeks, I ain't gonna lie, last week's video flopped, not gonna cap, but it's cool because this is a journey that I'm recording. It's not really about the views, but if y'all want to come along, feel free. I have a free Telegram, I have an Instagram, FX Jared A on both, link in the description for easy access. But this week was pretty normal. I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty normal week. Monday and Tuesday could have been most definitely better days, but I didn't cut those trades short because I followed my strategy, I followed my plan. The trades seemed fine. Sunday, Monday is the first day that we ended up taking a trade, and it was a break-even day. It was a fantastic trade idea, but it was break-even. Let me show you why. This trade took some time to actually play out. I don't know why, but it was a really good trade. It was coming up from a high time frame support area of interest. Because it was coming up from a high time frame support, I decided, okay, maybe it's a bullish switch, and that's obviously what you would look for. Because it was coming up from a high time frame support, look for the switch. If it doesn't switch, look for the breakthrough. Look for a high time frame breakthrough. Wait for the daily to break, wait for the weekly to break, whatever the case is, whatever your strategy, says is cool. For me, it reacted, and because it reacted, I was waiting for the first area of interest to be retested. That is the key. That's starting to be my favorite type of setup, is when high time frame area of interest gets retested, and now the first area of interest above or below that area is going to be the first area I will get my entry in, and it'll be the first area I'll get interested in, unless it breaks below the highest time frame area and comes back. If it comes back, look for the retest at the high time frame area, whatever. So as you can see in the screenshot, price did come up on a high time frame. This is the hour we're currently looking at, but on the daily it did end up breaking above, and that's the reason why I took the trade. Retesting the area of interest of the first place where price will react at for a continuation to the upside. It's exactly what it did. It took hours for this to play out, and when it was finally playing out, I'm like, all right, cool, I can let it go. So when I went to sleep, it was about $700, $800 in profit. It probably got up to 1,000. As you can see, it's kind of like flatlining where it's at currently, but it did end up coming back down to support. And in my free Telegram link in the description, I did state why I did end up getting out and breaking even on the trade, due to the fact that the high time frame was kind of showing me that it could have been some type of head and shoulders, and or wanting to retest the high time frame support again. But price did, in the long term, it did end up going up, but in this trade it would have hit my stop loss because I did tighten the stop loss a lot. If I didn't break even on it and I just had the tight stop loss, it would have hit stop loss. Monday was break even because I decided to put the trade at break even because price was most definitely above TP1, and I was cool with that. So Tuesday it is. Tuesday was a fantastic trade idea. I was most definitely looking forward to the previous week, but we ended up taking it this week because it was ready, in my opinion, in my eyes, but it didn't go my way. Let me explain. So Monday's trade was Euro CHF. This trade was the USD CHF. I got out of Euro because of the US, and they were correlated. I hated that so much. That's one thing. That's one reason why I don't like trading this way. But I'm going to deal with that and just try to not get pairs that correlate. But these two pairs did butt heads, and I did not like that. And because I like the USD CHF more than the Euro CHF, I chose the US over the Euro, and the Euro ended up playing out.
Got him. We fucking got him.
That's the thing about correlating pairs. One will play out, the other one will not. So I chose the wrong pair. Original analysis told me to buy on the other pair. That was Monday. I could have had a wider stop loss. I did not want to run a wide stop loss. Or the original stop loss would have been fine, but I didn't want to run that because it didn't look as good as USD CHF. So Tuesday was an L. We did end up taking a ugly $830 L. Not happy about that, but realistically, that is a good loss because of the amount we risked. Our original good stop loss was around 800. I not even added a scaling because the scaling could have potentially passed my account, and that's what I've been waiting for and dying for. But we ended up taking the L. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Next day. Wednesday is the unexpected win that I kind of seen happen. So with Wednesday, it was a very self-explanatory trade, just like Monday. Monday was price was bearish at one point, but it had a switch. And then once it had a switch, it broke out of a high time frame area of interest, retesting the high time frame area of interest on many time frames that made me have a green light on this pair and had a potential continuation to the upside. And the moment the entry is based off of an EMA, because of the EMA, it allowed me to have a better entry, but I didn't have confirmation to get in, and that was my only problem I had with this trade. But this one played out the best so far. These is how I want the trades to play out, but for me to actually have the best entry possible, I would have to take that risk with no confirmation sometimes, and I hate that. That's not what I want. I want confirmation, and I want to do it the right way. But in this situation, I caught the EMA entry with a 5 lot, and the 5 lot was risking originally around $1,000, and then after the move got above, closed above on the daily, closed above on the 4 hours or multiple 4 hours, it was like, okay, green light, put the stop loss at regular stop loss where you would originally have it at. So it was around 17 pips, risking only $700 of that account. And I wanted, with this trade, I actually really wanted to scale in. The scaling would allow me to actually pass the account. And also I could have held a little longer, but this was a 4R to R, which it's fantastic. But I could have held this to a much longer TP, but I didn't because of CPI. We don't play with CPI, okay? CPI for the US, like, it influences other pairs to go stupid sometimes. So this was the time I did not want to play around with it. When I woke up before CPI, it was only up 1,400. And then after CPI, 5 minutes in, it was up 2,400. And then it came down 5 minutes later as soon as I got out, but that same hour, it just stayed there around when I got out. And then out the whole day, if I didn't have CPI, I would have held the whole thing. The full trade did play out. My original take profit area was around $4,000 as it was a high time frame area of interest, but we only ended up taking 2,400 because it was a 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio. With CPI, we don't play with CPI. We have a lot of trauma with CPI. And then after that, there was a lot of good ideas out there, but it wasn't really the best trades. So I let the rest of the week play out because I didn't really see anything. And again, with my trading strategy, I will find a lot of trades, but is it good quality? I'm trying to take the best quality trades here, so in the future, all I need is a bigger account balance, taking the same trades, taking the same 1, 2, 3 trades a week, not taking a trade every single day. I don't have to, but I can if I see it. But if I don't want to, I won't. Ended the week off with shy of $6,000 in profit, only needing $2,000 to pass phase 1. Mind you, back in my time of making $20,000 in one day, no, 1 week or 4 weeks, whatever, and $10,000 this day, $8,000. There was a lot of stress back then, you know, and with trading, you'll never have that butterfly feeling, but the butterfly feeling is better than stress. I don't feel stressed when I'm trading like this, like ever. Like normal numbers, $700-800 risk to potentially make $2,500, $3,000. Especially this is a 100K account. When the account is bigger, it'll be the same thing. It's just whatever $800 to that account, so it's gonna be like 12 or 14 risking, and then potentially making 3, 4, 5, 6 very consistently. With this account, I'm very comfortable with risking 3 figures or very early 4 figures. So it's 1,000 flat, 1,100, whatever. I'm very comfortable with risking 3 figures on this account. And it feels so much better and it's not really stressful, especially when the trade idea is golden in my eyes. I'm going to enjoy holding it compared to having anxiety and being a little stressed out if the trade is going to play out or not, especially trading, just day trading how I did before. It was good. It was just a simple fact that I knew my answer right then and there. So ended the week off not trading Thursday, not trading Friday. Ended the balance off on $105,991.36 with a bunch of numbers behind it. So, my friend, what does that mean? That means we're shy of $2,000 to pass phase 1, $5,000 shy of passing phase 2 and getting funded again. I honestly want to pass this week. So for real, I'm hoping and praying that I pass this week because I'm trying to get off phase 1 to be on phase 2 and then be done with phase 2 and be a funded trader again. And it only takes 14 days to get a payout. Learn your lesson, Rocket. You should take notes. Ladies and gentlemen, free Telegram down in the description down below if you are interested to look at the journey, look at the revolution, look at the movement that I'm creating here. Instagram down in the description down below as well. And also like and sub if you're new. See you in the next video.